Hello, my favorite CopperCube people. So, today we have another video on how to create your own MMORPG using CopperCube and Node.js. And today we continue working on our enemies. First of all, I've added a couple of stuff offline, a couple of things. I just want to probably show it to you really quick so you're on the same page. First of all, I've changed the player model a bit. I've added this simple sort, which I also downloaded from OpenGameArt. And I updated some animations using Mixamo. So now our player also has, can I just do it here? Updated night, this one. It has like attack, death, magic, slash, and also thrust, and so on. Quite a lot of different animations, which I'm going to be using in future. And also, I've added animations for monster. So these are all that it had, the initial model had, and I'm not adding anything else, so it will just simply attack and so on. There's also change in GUI. I've added this little sort cursor. It looks like that here on top of screen. What it does, if you play the game and you hover your mouse over any enemy, you can see that cursor and this green marker, they disappear and attack icon is shown instead. This is also done through the code, but it's okay. Let's just also start. Let's just also start TS compiler. It's done through the code, but it's pretty simple thing. So I have a function which is called GUI reset now. What it does, every frame it enables the cursor, and it also hides the sort icon and enables marker. Marker is this green circle, not circle, green sphere. So every frame it's reset, and then in case inside this one inside update entities routine, here I let me just find the place where it happens. I have this other function which is called check if target, and I pass enemy node there. And what happens here, I get camera position, I get target position. Target position is the marker position. And then I just verify if enemy node is, so if vector from camera to target overlaps enemy node. If so, I enable the cursor and I set it to their mouse is currently located. So this is the changes which I've done to the front end. On the backend side, not that much changes. So I fixed. Let's just remove it completely. We don't need it anymore. I fixed a bug. The players could stay forever if they disconnect using like this like cross icon. So basically, if they disconnect using this one, and how it works, it just checks if player was active when the player was active last time, and if it's more than disconnect time, which is currently 10 minutes, the player will be disconnected due to inactivity. So I think this is it. Yeah, and also I use Javadoc to mark enemies and player array to specify the types, because I don't want to do the whole refactoring thing to rewrite everything into TypeScript, but I actually want some after complete at least. So it's easier to I'm sorry, it's easier to write the code basically. Yeah, that's it. So our goal for today is to make our enemies attackable, and probably that would be it, because it itself it sounds like a pretty complex task. And let's start. Well, let's get to it. So first of all, what I need to do some refactoring actually. I thought about it for quite a lot of time, and I think it's necessary. I'm gonna create another entity, which another class, which I will call network entity, maybe not network activity. I came up with a better. Also, like, let's just say it actor, moving actor, moving actor. Network actor, just actor. Let's just call it actor. And I'm going to create another class and export it. And for this actor class, for this actor class, I will use pretty much the same properties as, for example, my monster and also my player uses. So we need basically all of these, right? So we just put it here. And then we go in, it's inside constructor, so we can just use the same constructor here. Let's just fix it. And now we will import this here. Oops, what am I doing? Actor. Require actor, yes, like that. And player will extend our actor class. So what we're doing here is basically we inherit our player from our actor class. And this is done because I want a lot of logic to be consistent between different monsters and players and so on. So I want everything to be inside the same class. And here, instead of assigning these properties directly, I will just call the parent constructor and I will pass all the values there that way. Now I also need to remove it from here and pass it here because we're using this circle and vector. And let's do the same for the monster class. So it will be monster. So here we have much complex logic. It also has an area, but it's not a big deal. And it also has is dead, which is also not a big deal. So we can remove all of these, right? And we can just say that we want actor here, require actor, and monster will extend the actor class. And here we will call the super constructor and pass x, y, z, and rotation y there. And everything else is pretty much the same, right? So let's make sure our host is updating, and let's just run the game to see if something gets broken or not. I don't think so. Everything seems to be working fine. So this is done. So the next thing which I want to do is this actor will be something that can sort of like move, and I'm not sure if, yeah, which can move. We will also add some like moving some logic related to movement to the class, to this class. But yeah, let's just see. We always can refactor it also a bit later. So I also want to keep this consistent. So our monster has an update method here, which is which is something that our player is lacking. And the reason for that is that our player movement logic is actually described as a separate function here, which is called move player. I think I'll just move all this logic inside the player class. And also I will sync, why is that sync update? I will rewrite it a bit. So currently it's just delta, but we also, same as for monster, we will also require game objects here, right? So it's the same signature. Let's remove this one. Let's remove one of the curly brackets and like that. So now instead of player here, we will also require to have this everywhere. this this it's a boring part, but it's necessary because we want to keep our code more or less clean. So this one will be this speed, and we want to keep it consistent between different classes, right? So if we know how to update it at one place, we also know how to update it everywhere. And also we will have animation run here, which probably should be some sort of constant, or it's just this here, this here, oops, here, here, here. And also, I think they're using this distance check function, which I'm not going to update. I decided that this thing works quite okay. Do we really need to have it? We can just. So what I'm thinking is that we will require this distance check to be used in multiple places. So probably it's also a good idea to move it somewhere. But first, let's just finish with the player. So now it will be player update, and we will pass delta and game objects there. So I think it should be fine. Let's see if we don't have any errors, and let's see if we can still play our game, if it still works. No, but doesn't, because what is happening here? Because it says the test circle to polygon function is not available and app crashed, which is totally fine for now. I just forgot to import the these two from SAT library. So let's just copy it from here, I guess, and move it to our player here. So now we don't need vector, we need response, the circle, so on. It should be restarted, and let's just run it again and see if it works. So now everything seems to be working again. We can move, icon appears. Yes, everything seems to be pretty fine. And the very last thing which we need to do is probably not the last, to be honest. We have some other things to do. Actually, all this update thing, no, but it can be, because here we use a state machine. Okay, so distance check, I don't think so. Then we also have these states. I want all the states to be actor states. So these states are shared between different classes. Not sure if it's a good idea. Maybe it's actually good. It's better actually to keep them separate. Nope, it's a bad idea. Let's just do it. Let's just keep them separate for now. So also, not also, we're good to go, I think, at this point. We have done some refactoring, some code cleanup. Also, our index function doesn't look that bad now. Probably this could be also refactored, but I mean, whatever. It works for now and it's okay. Let's just think about how we can implement our attack. Basically, what should happen here, in case we are pointing the mouse cursor to an enemy, and press left mouse button, instead of moving to the position, the player first should move to the enemy, right? And then it's close enough, the attack should trigger. But first of all, we need to pass the attack target. And I think the simplest way to do so would be to just pass an ID as attack target to the server. And for that, we need to modify both client and we also need to modify the backend. Let's make sure we can delete the game because we're modifying the client, and let's just go to our main extension. So here, as you can remember, we have this target position, which we pass to the server. We not only need to pass target position now, but we also will pass like attack target attack. Let's call it attack target, even though let's just call it target for attack maybe. So I just keep the word target first. So it's sort of, consistent between different types of commands. And here we will pass an ID. It could be an ID, which is string, or it could be null, and it's null by default. So let's just then go to our update entities, not update entities, to our mouse controls. And here we have the logic where we set the target, right? Somewhere. Where do we do it? It's not here. It's inside our own mouse event, which is, but whatever. So it will be event free, and where is the target position? But now we need to decide if you want a target position or if you want to send the enemy target, right? And for that, we are going to go to our update entities. And here is the logic related to at enemy, not at enemy, to check if target. So is collided. Okay. So all right. So here we have is collided method. In this case, if our if our cursor changes to the fight icon, we would say that target for attack will be equals to enemy node, not enemy node, get scene node. Get scene node property, and it will be enemy node, and the property which we need is a name. Basically, we rename all the nodes to their IDs, right? So that way we store the IDs, and we need to pass the ID for to the how is it called, to the server, and that way we just pass the enemy node here. And also what we need to do, we need to nullify this value, and I think where can we do that? We can just do it, I guess, here. So I'm just nullify enemy for attack, and here it will be target for attack equals null. So so that way we have it set to null every time we are outside this loop. And then inside the loop, in case we have some sort of target, we will say that this node will be a target, right? And here, in case we have target for attack, we are going to. We really need to do so? No, we don't. We don't need to do anything here. We will just let's just do it for debug. So if we have target for attack, we will just going to print target for attack, right? And else, not else, just like that. Or no, let's just do else for now, but this is only for debugging. We will remove this code. So that way, if we have a target for attack and we click on left mouse button, it will give us an ID, which is great. And also what I think we're going to do, we will remove this because we don't need it anymore. It was only for debug, but we also will set target position here to null, back to null, because we don't really need to set any target position, right? We only need our target for attack, but target position is just information which we don't need in any way in case we have a target for attack. And we also need to update our action which sends data to the server, which is called, oops, my display gone down. That's weird. Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway, it works now. That's weird. And where is it? Connect, disconnect, get data. It's an action which is called pull data, maybe. Nope, get data, this one. So here, in case we have a target position, we are sending data like that. We also have a type target here. which was quite a good idea. But also we will say if we have target for attack, and we will add an else statement here. In this case, we don't need to send the X, Y position as a target, but instead we're going to send we're going to send the enemy ID. Should I call it just ID or enemy ID? It doesn't matter. Oh, it does matter because we have global player ID here and we still need to send it. And we also need to send player enemy ID, which will be target for attack. And we will say that our target for attack will be nope. I didn't. It's wrong. It's a wrong logic, but we will fix it. So what happens here? I made a mistake in logic. All chat, we don't need it. Index TS. I made a mistake. Basically, we still need to set our target for attack here, right? It doesn't matter if, because we need to start attack only if we click on the left mouse button. So let's just do like that. We will say like potential attack target, and this will also be either string or null, and it will be null by default, but we actually won't need to nullify it anywhere. So as soon as it's set, nope, we need to nullify it still. So let me just, it's worse than usual, but I also don't feel that good, as you can hear. So just give me a discount. So instead of target for attack, now we are going to be using like this potential attack target, and also target for attack. There is it mentioned the next time here. And in our event here, in case we have potential attack target, we will say that target for attack will be potential attack target, and else our target position will be target will be marker position. And also we nullify this potential attack target, right? So is it we send it to null, and also here we set target for attack for now. So now it should be fine. And we can't verify it without, I think we can't verify it without modifying the server part. So here on update, we need to have another block of code. We need to also verify if, and it would be pretty much the same as here. If we have type, and type is, it's called target here. That's a really bad name, but now we can change it in future. So yes, it's type target, it is type attack. If you have type and type is attack, in this case, we will say that if player, we still need this, I think it's here for the reason, and we will say, first of all, we don't have any property there we can store our attack target. So inside actor, we will just target enemy and target actor, and it also will be null. And this one could be either enemy or player or whatever, so it will be basically type of actor. But okay, let's just do it that way. Probably I can. It's a shame I can't use types. Actually, I'm just thinking if it's a bad idea to keep it that way, to keep it with so to, you know what I mean, to keep it in JavaScript instead of TypeScript. So here we will have attack target actor, and we will say that from enemies we're going to find one which has ID the same as the one we provide. So it will be request query, and inside query we will, oops, I don't need Chrome, please close. And inside query, what am I talking about? Enemy ID. So we need property called enemy ID here. And query enemy ID, yes. And also let's just debug it really in a really stupid fashion. We'll just do console log, and let's say console dir, and let's say player target actor, something like that. And here, so what do we do now? Oh, okay, it's updating. And also let's just go to our client, click on something, and we'll see if we got this on the backend side. So yes, we click monster with this ID, it was its position, animation. So basically all the data regarding this monster, which is great. So this is something that we wanted. And now let's remove this console here, we don't need it. And let's just think for a moment, how will we um, will we handle this? So we have our player update function, right? And here inside the player we have everything that we need. Basically, currently we have target position as null, but this is something that I don't really like, because I would prefer to have states, to be honest, different states. So for example, player attacks, player follows, and so on. And I think this is something that we're going to do, because even though it seems like this is the better approach, it's actually, is it? I don't know. So I would like to use states, but I'm not quite sure if it's the right call. We can use states for different. So we can sort of have like two states machine, or as many states machine if we want. And I really like this logic because it's pretty straightforward, and this is a moving logic. I don't really want to touch it. But for our target, the thing is, we need to somehow follow. So basically, we also need to use this one. Yes, I should have think about it before. Okay, anyway, let's just do it and let's just see if it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, okay. Let's just set states. So it will be, at first we will have just player state. This is a complex one. Basically, what should happen here? What should happen here? First of all, we have if we have our target, how I called it, inside actor, target actor. If we have target actor property, when we need to move into position the target actor property is, right? Actor position. Basically, this is state follow, right? This is state follow. We follow in the enemy. We don't really have this target position, but instead we have our state. We have the position of an entity which we are following. So we are not going to position on the map, but instead we are going into position there the other entity is. Then if distance to actor is less than our threshold, in that case, we go to state start attack, right? So basically, we trigger the attack animation, and we wait until there is a position in the animation where the sword actually hits an enemy. And here also, what happens next? We have then attack happens, right? Attack happens, and after that we will should have cooldown between attacks. So you can't attack like just hit all the time. You need to have a cooldown. And we will say that this will be state cooldown. This is sort of a complex logic, right? This is something I should have thought about the first place. And after the cooldown, everything repeats again. So you go to state follow, state attack, state cooldown. But basically all of this is state attack, right? So this is state attack. And you are in state attack in case you have the you are here in case you have a target actor. Also, if you have target position, in this case, you are in state moving. So maybe this could be one state machine, this could be another state. So, and this, so these two, based on target position and target actor, this could be one state machine, and this one, this could be another state machine, right? And also, what do you do with cooldown? If, for example, my cooldown haven't ended and I'm clicking on another enemy, what should happen? So I shouldn't be able to change state to moving or something like that. So maybe this state cooldown is actually not, doesn't, it isn't related to attack, it's just a general state. So until cooldown is passed, you can't go anywhere. It sounds weird, right? So this is weird. Do we really need this cooldown state? I need it for maybe for magic or something like that. Do I really need cooldown? Yes, I really need, because otherwise the fight will be first of all too fast, and also uh, it will only depend on attack animation length. So if it has like peak length, right? Okay, maybe it's a bad idea to have the state cooldown here. Maybe is it a good thing? Let's just say it's still like this attack state machine. State cooldown will be under attack state machine. Let's just try to maybe code it. I didn't expect this to be that complex, to be honest, but whatever. So player state, we will call part of them will be player state, so it will be player state attack, which will be 0, and when we will have also player state moving, which will be 1. And for player state attack, we will have player state attack, and then follow, which will be, let's just go with 2, but it also could be 0 with the same. And player state, and here we will have start attack equals to 3, and we'll probably require some more like idle states, but we'll see. And here we will have like player state cooldown equals 4. So let's just also say that there's player state attack ready, which will be, let's just do it like 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now we will have like this player general state, which will be player state moving by default, state moving, and we will have this player attack state, which will be player state attack ready, which means that it's ready for attack right now, but you're not attacking. You just can do it, but you don't do it right now. And here we will have different logic for different states, right? So here in update function we will say that this player general state, and in case our case is player state attack, we'll do something. In case our player state moving, we will do something else. In case no state defined, we will just console that there is no such state. No such state. Oops. If ID, maybe it was better to use strings actually, but player state, okay. And now, in case we are moving, let's just move our move action to the separate function. So we will just call it move. And we will need to pass delta and also game objects there. And we will just take all this logic here and we will create another function which we will call move objects. Why is it dot instead of comma? I don't know. And we will just put everything here. Should it work right now? Let's just check if it works. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a bit sick. It doesn't work. Why? No such states with ID2. All right. Oh, why is it so? Player state moving, player state attack. Because I'm just using the wrong state here. Of course. I'm checking attack state instead of general state. So now, yes, we are still able to play, but doesn't really change anything. So now let's say inside our index, not index. Yes, inside our index. So in case we have this different commands here, we can also change the state, right? So player state, general state here. Player general state would be freaking god, we need to, okay, we also need to export this somehow. Let's not export it, let's just for now let's just do it like that. To do export states. So we know that move state is 1 and attack state is 0, right? So move state attack is 0, move is 1. So we will have, in case it's attack, we just set state to 0. In case it's we're sending attack, in case we're sending move message, we will set state to 1. And now in case we're attacking, let's just console log here and player attacks, just to make sure that everything is working. Let's just start the game again. And now in case we're clicking on the enemy, in our console log, we should see that player attacks. Yes, so it works. All right, so that way we are now inside player state attack, and we need to implement this attack function maybe. We need to pass what? Delta there. Game objects also. Okay. Still doesn't seem to be quite exactly correct, but whatever. Attack. So we will have delta. No, we don't. We need game objects. Okay. So I think I got the idea of what we're going to be doing. So in case this enemy, oh, not this target actor, is not null, we will implement our logic here. But we also need to check if target actor is actually not null. It's important, I think. So we will do another switch here, and switch will be based on player attack state. Let's just add cases. So if case of our state is player state attack ready, in this case, let's just add all cases first. Player attack follow, break, case, player start attack, break, case, player state cooldown, break. And we will also add default the same way as we have it here, but instead of this, we will just put this general state. Okay, so now it's correct because it wasn't correct because it wasn't correct in the previous place. Yeah, but now we have all of these, and let's just think about the logic. So first of all, in case our state is ready, what we can do, and we enter this attack state, what we can do, we can just simply say that this player attack state is now player attack follow, because the first thing which we need to do is we need to go close to the enemy. And here is an interesting thing, because we need to sort of reuse the logic from this one, but we need position. And for that, we're going to update this function, and besides this delta and game object, we will also set target here. And everywhere where we have this target position, we'll update it to be target. And also we don't need this condition anymore, right? Do we? Okay, yes, we don't need this condition to be here, but we need to be removed to our place. Move to our place. We have our target position here, and we will say that we don't need to update this anymore. We will just say that we will okay, so in this case we will just return okay, so what was happening here before, we have this target position nullified there, and where was logic where the player moves, so player stays, right? And it was based on if target position was reached or not. We don't have this anymore here, so we will call it move and check if reached. Just call it move. But basically what it will also do, it will return if true, if target is reached, right? So here we will say that in case our target is reached, we will return, okay, we just return this one like that. And also we don't need this condition anymore. Let's just copy it. And we don't need that condition anymore. This condition now go to our move function here. So if this target position not equals to null, in this case we're moving our player, and we also is in position will be equals to 1, and if is in position, in this case we will say that our animation is idle. Our animation is idle, and also our target position is now. And else we will say that animation is, was it walk or run, or it's run, I think it's player. Okay, let's just see if it works. If we don't have any build issues. Let's see if we can still move around. Nope. Because target X, what? Ah, okay, yes, because I need to update it a little bit more. So let's just, I forgot to pass. I think I forgot to pass. So now, in case you call in this, and this is also something that TypeScript would help us with. So now inside move, we also have this target value here. And so we need to put this target position. We need to pass this target position there. And let's see if we can still remove the game client. Yes. Let's see if we are. Could you, yeah, just restart maybe. Yes, it's restarted. Let's just try it again. So our goal is also not to bring things, right? The more complex these things become, the easier it's to break them. And we can still, even if we click on enemies and click back to moving, we are changing state and everything seems to be working fine. So now, in case, so why we have why we have this to redo all this like logic here. Now we can also move to position of our enemy. So we can just do like delta and then game objects because we don't want. Yes, this is also an issue, right? So in case we need to nullify not only target, but I mean it's a minor issue. It's not that bad. And here we will have our target actor, and we can just take its position. I think is it position? It's call and then position. Is call pose, right? Call pose like that. Is it like that? Yes, call pose X, call pose Y. Agric. What the hell is this word? So now, in case we have, in case I understood everything properly, in case we click on an enemy, we should start following enemy instead of. Could you move somewhere? Well, it seems like we're moving. Yes, so now we're moving into the enemy position, as you can see. Okay, so this is the first part. Let's also inside our move function, in case we are, in case we are, uh, so we here, and in case we run into some object, we will say that this target actor is null, and also this target position is null. So we nullify attack state and also target position state. And we will also say that this general state will be player move again instead of attack if you were moving before. Do we need this? I don't think so. Let's just if there are some issues with that, we will fix it. If not, well, okay. Let's see if our collisions still work. No, they don't. Why is it so? It's sort of nice that you can still run into these like things. Yeah, it doesn't work. And this is happening because of what? If not target position. Okay. In this case, it doesn't go here. Moving. Nope. All right. I see. It doesn't move actually. It's just animation with that, which doesn't change. So we just need to change animation here, right? Hmm. Why do we do it here then? Let's just do it in exact place that it happens. So we just change animation to idle here. Oh my god! I think if is it so? If it is it the same like nope. Is it the same complexity for? Nope. So now, oh, okay. So now if I attack, it actually changes animation to idle. But does it? Can you just go somewhere if I get so I can see if it rotates? Nope. So we don't have any target position, but for some reason animation isn't changing in case I'm moving. So I don't get it. I don't get it. So we have a target position nullified. We have animation set to idle, and it works here, but it doesn't work here. Let's just also do another condition. I'm not sure what am I doing wrong, but it's something. This thing that I'm doing now, it's also not correct. But once again, we can probably fix it in the future. But let's see if adding condition here will work. Yes, but this is not a good thing to do, right? Because well, at least it works again. Because all these else if they're just hard to control, and if you don't understand how something works, you can easily break the code. But anyway, so now we have our moving into position for the attack states, and in case also what we need to do here is probably we need to pass this value, right? Because in case you want, if in case you're moving into the position, it will be fine only if you just in the correct spot, in the exact spot. But in case you're moving to an enemy, it's fine if you have some distance to it, right? So let's just say we'll also add another move distance property here, and it will be 0.1 by default. Oh, нет, this check distance. Let's just call it check distance. And instead of this one, we'll be just checking our check distance here. And in case we are attacking, where is it? It's here. We will say that our check distance will be more like maybe 2.0. Let's see. So we don't run into the enemy, just don't go into the enemy, we just like run around. So in case we're 2, does it work? It didn't work at all. Why is it so? We're calling move function here, attack to follow. We passing this value here, and it's 2.0, and we do this check distance. Let's just maybe of course, because all right, because it might be doing something, but we just don't know because I don't have any conditions for that. Is reached. I hope I'm just spelling the word right. How have I called it before? Is in position. Let's just call this in position, so it's also consistent. So in case it's is in position, we will be changing our state to player state attack. This player attack state will be player state attack start attack. It's freaking inconsistent again. So player attack start attack. I want it to be, so I want this name attack here so I can understand that all of this they actually related to the same state machine, like I have it here. For example, this is general state, this is attack state. I could also call it general state so it's easier to understand, but whatever. Start player state attack start attack player state attack cooldown. Okay, and so now we will have also player start attack here, and if something else happens, well, it happens. Whatever. So now let's just try to maybe attack someone. Hey you. Okay, I'm now inside. Yeah, I'm now close. So if I go close to him, I'm just reaching this state, and in this state, we need to do part of the logic which we have here once again. So we need to face the enemy all the time, right? And this logic is described here. Nope. How do we rotate it? So rotation. Oh, so this is rotation. Yes. We will just copy it. We will just pass it here. So all the time we will update rotation. Let's just see if it works. We will update rotation, so we always facing the enemy. So now it should come to an enemy, close to an enemy, and now it should start facing. Just go somewhere, please. Why have you, what? Syntax error? Ah, okay, it's just because it failed here. Target is not defined. Ah, okay. Okay, of course. Just stupid me being me once again. So we will say this target is not defined, and instead of this target, oh, not this target is defined, this target is not defined. We will say that this target actor call position X, and we will say the same for Y. So now it should work. Hello, hello, hello. So now we're facing him, and we also in a good distance. Maybe it's even just, let's just go take it with 2 for now. And also what we need to do here in our player start attack, we need to initiate this attack animation, right? So this animation will be attack, I think I called it. And I'm so sorry. And we will set our state, player attack state, to player state cooldown, right? Now also here we need to calculate damage, and we also need trigger enemy response, and we also need another state actually. So attack, we will rename it to start cooldown, and we will have another state which is actually called cooldown. Basically in start cooldown test, in start cooldown state here we will we don't need it. I'm sorry, we don't need it. Just remove it. So here we will say what set timeout. So we will need a property for cooldown. So how long cooldown will be in milliseconds? I would say let's just set it to attack cooldown. Let's just set it to maybe 500 milliseconds for now, or maybe a second would be better. And here inside this one, we will say that our player attack state will be player state ready again, right? Ready again. And it will happen after our attack cooldown is reached. And here we will set our player attack state to player state cooldown. So we are on the cooldown and nothing is happening. What? Okay, and nothing is happening here. So what happens here? So we got, oh, I already done it before. So what happens here? We rotate towards the top. Okay, we also need to do this, and we don't need to do it here. We need to do it actually inside cooldown function. Calculate damage, trigger enemy response. So, okay. So what happens now? What will happen on start attack? It will trigger attack animation when it will change the state to attack cooldown, and we will also trigger the change state to attack ready again. It will be set to ready as the interval which equals to our attack cooldown has passed. And on inside our attack cooldown, we will have this rotation thing, so it always rotates towards the enemy. Let's see if it works. My freaking god, it's just so complex. It appears to be so complex. Who would think about it? So now we attack. Oh, and also we need to set looping too, because as you can see, it attacks, but what happens? It just starts attacking immediately, even though it's not the change has taken. It's just because we need to set animation looping to false for attack. But now it does something already. It looks sort of interesting. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, and let's go to our client and update our states, update our animation. So in case animation is attack, we will also set looping to false. If not enemy, if player, but we also need to do this for enemies anyway, but let's do it for player. If player next animation is attack, in this case we will set C node property player node animation, oops, not animation, looping to false. Otherwise it will be true. We can also do it in one line, like passing this player thing here simply, but let's do it. Let's do that instead. I'm just thinking if there are some other animations which are one-shot animations, but we can also just, okay, let's just do it that way. Is one-shot animation, and we will do it here. And in case we need another animation, we can just do or and just pass another condition, like for example, or our animation is magic, and so on. We can even leave it because it will be also one-shot animation. So let's see if it works once again. I know it's slow, but I mean, it's actually pretty complex. I am glad we are getting. Oh, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work as it expected, as it is expected. We don't need to touch the looping in case. Well, what? It works. It works. Ah, okay. It only plays one animation. What? Okay, let's just do it like that. Get scene node property player node, and then looping. So we will only switch it in case we have this, like this property is different, not equals. What? Oops. Not equals is one shot. In this case, we will just do it like that. And what the hell am I done here? Like that, like that. Let's see if this one works. I'm just doing some like really bad coding today, some really bad design. Can you just do two loop? Nope. Why? I didn't get it. But this thing is the issue, right? So this is where we have the issue. So if we just remove it completely, everything should be fine again. We should be back to norm. Nope, it's not broken here. It's broken in some other place. Oh, fuck's sake. Now I'm getting pissed off. Just remove client. Oh my god, this is so stupid. I keep forgetting about this. This is the best CopperCube feature ever, just my favorite one. And also the like we also doing it for our. Maybe this one will be actually two parts because because it's just too much stuff to modify. And what is that? Let's just bring this logic back again and let's see if it works. This is some like really bad coding, but can you? No, it doesn't work. I don't understand what is happening here. So basically, we only need to set it to looping for else. And okay, let's just do it like that. Let's. That's a shame. That's a shame that you can't specify like separate properties, animation properties for different animations. It would be much more useful if you could like say that attack is one shot and moving is looped animation. But we have what we have. Okay, let's just think for a second. Basically, we need to enable and disable looping in case we are switching the animation. Okay, let's just try to do it the following way. So we actually have the previous and next animation, right? So we have different states. So in case our oh, I'm so sorry. In case our previous data players, nope, the freaking hell, our player previous animation not equals to our player next animation. So that way we know that animation has switched. In this case, we only be updating. So only in this case we will be updating looping and animation right here. We'll see if it works. It might not, but whatever. We might have some animation glitches, especially if you can like tab off and. But let's see. If player next animation equals to attack. In this case, okay, let's just wait once again, like we done before. Set sim node property player node, and then a looping, and then next animation equals to attack, and let's see if this works. So basically, we are looking for updating the animation. Where do you go? Oh, so at least working is working now. I'm not sure about attack. It just happens too fast. Let's just increase this cooldown to make sure that we are doing everything right. So cooldown, let's just set it to 10 seconds, which is obviously incorrect value, but just in order to make sure that attack actually works properly. So nope, it doesn't. So it just keeps, as you can see, it just keeps playing the looped animation. Just wait here for a second. I think I know what I've done wrong. So it's if it's not attack. So if it's not attack, it will be false. Once again, I'm just messing up. I think I'm just messing up that, right? Just don't understand anything at this point. What am I doing? I feel sick and helpless. So now it doesn't attack. And yeah, this is something that I was looking for. So now he will just go once again and attack again. Yes, this is something what I was looking for. And our cooldown, it's probably 1 second. It's probably not enough because the animation also have its length, right? So I thought about cooldown like something that will happen after animation happens, but it's not true in our case, and I'm also looking to incorrect place. So maybe let's just check how long the animation actually takes. Mhm. So we have this attack animation. It's divided by 300. It's a 2.4, so it will be 3,400. 3,400 basically cooldown. This should be fine. So your attack, and then the second passes, 1 second passes, and you attack again. Yes, this is something I was looking for. All right. Maybe it's even a little bit too much. Let's say it like that. Okay, but we can always tweak, like tweak. Why do I always open this freaking Chrome? But we can tweak it in future, right? It's not that big of a deal. I also wonder if network entities need to be updated somehow, if it will work automatically for the network players. Basically, it should, but we will also test it. Um, let's just test it right now. Nope, let's not do it right now. Let's just do it later. If we can still have like the network players, but at least this I like this, and I like it more than the one I had before. So, and it also works, which is great. So now what we need to do here, we also need to apply our damage, and for that we need to find the spot on our animation there the damage actually happens. So it's incorrect animation. Attack. Oh no, it's a correct animation. Okay, why is it? Mm, so where is it? He swings, and somewhere at around. I didn't get it. So let's say it's like uh, attack impact time. It will be something like that, I guess. I don't know. I can't understand. I need to look it up in Blender maybe because I can't understand it from the built-in editor. But whatever. So here also we'll need to deal damage to an enemy. So for that, our enemies should have their HP, and I think I can just use no, let's not use actor. We still need to define different. Do we? Yes, let's just define it here. This HP equals to maybe 100 or something like that. So this will be a specific value for every entity, for every actor. Okay. So now what we need to do here, we also need to trigger the attack damage calculation. So this target actor HP minus equals, and we also need to have like attack power, something like that. Let's just call it attack power. I don't know. And let's say it's 33 for now, 34, so we can 51, so we can kill into hits, and it will be minus equals this attack power, and it will happen right after we have attack impact time. Okay, and since we don't really have any way to verify that it happens, let's just say that this target actor, let's just console gear this target actor, so we can verify if their HP is getting lower or not. Yeah, this is quite complex. This is quite complex, but I mean it's a MMORPG, MMO. So let's see in console log, in server console log. So as you can see now, game happens anyway, even if nothing is running, nothing is rendering. So the game loop is happening. So now, as you can see, the HP is getting lower and lower for the creature, which is cool. We're getting there. Also, what I want to do is I want to try what happens in case I just click away. Hmm. So damage is still calculated. See, this is also a bug. So even though I can try, if I can just, so if I just go away, this damage is still calculating. So we also need to reset it in case we click away. But I think it's something that we are going to do in the next video because this one is already too long. And probably for that we will need to somehow, yes, we will just think about it, like how we can do it. Anyway, let's just add some actor monster die animation, and let's just let's just finish for today because once again it's quite complex. Enemy state dead equals 4. So in case, first of all, what we're doing here, and on every update now we will check for enemy HP. This HP, if it's less or equals than 0, in this case we will say that this state will be enemy state dead, and we will add another condition here. So we have idle state, and we will say like enemy state dead break. We will just send the animation dead for the enemy, right? With animation equals to death, I think. I'm not sure how I named it. Let's just check it here. It's death. Animation death. And what else do we do? Do we do something else? Nope. And also we need to apply the same logic as we've done for the player, this one regarding looping and not looping animation. So I guess inside our enemy, in this place where do we apply animation, we will say, but not, it will be not enemy next, oh, not player next, it will be enemy pref and also enemy next. And here we will have animation, and we will also have like enemy node here, enemy node there, and we'll have enemy next animation. And if it's not attack, and or if it's nope. Okay, let's just do it like that. If it's attack or its enemy next animation is death, in this case we are saying that it should not be looped. Let's see if it works. We'll also have to add a lot more logic. Okay, I broke the animation. I don't understand what I'm doing at all right now. Okay, let's just let's just do it like that. What? Z. The hell? Let's just say if it's not death because it doesn't have um, the attack animation. So it has, but we don't have attack logic for enemies, right? So now it's working, and let's see if we can kill someone. Hello, bench. Hit number 1, hit number 2, and he dies. And I keep attacking him, but I mean, you got the idea. He's dead. Hit number 1, hit number 2, and he dies. Well, we can kill enemies now. We're not really killed because they still persist in the game and you can still attack the corpses, but we're getting there, and it's something. And the video is 1 hour long, so I think I'll just think about. Let's just do the following. So first of all, we need to think about. We need to test if it works for multiple players first, which is really important, so we don't break, the multiplayer. But it should work. I don't see how it could be broken, guys. You all dead. We need to restart the server. I thought, what is happening? But just guys are all dead, so we need to add quite a lot of stuff here. Okay, this one. Let's just switch to our previous guy. I broke the animation for the network player, right? So, oh, I didn't. It works now. So this is the thing I was talking about. So this is what is breaking the animation. This previous and next condition. Mm. But I mean, at least everything is working. So, a couple of things that we need to modify. Let's just do it. Let's just do the list. First of all, fix Alt plus tab animation, which is, so this happens exactly here. I say that, which I told I like it, I don't like it anymore. There's a quick fix, maybe like you can just do it like, yes. I think it's a quick and dirty fix. It sort of will have a glitch, but we'll just set animation no matter what, and we only set looping in case animation switches. So sometimes we will have a glitch, but most likely not. Oop. Can you attack again? Oh, that's weird, but okay. Yeah, it's because of the networking. So it has some, but I mean, whatever. It's not the best approach because you don't get the information about what, and you died also. What is happening here? And I feel like we completely broke everything. So why had we that guy died? Let's just do the following. Let's just disconnect. Maybe there are some, like, I'm not sure, ghosts, ghosts who killed them. Let's just do it again. And this is the complex part starts, right? So everything before was easy. Boom, and after some time, yeah, he dies. Okay, this is something that works for me. It dies after some time, but this is because we don't call the backend that often, only 100 milliseconds, every 100 milliseconds. So it can have this sort of lag, but I mean for MMO I think it's fine. It just doesn't die immediately. Ah. Okay, that's terrible. All right. Anyway, this is sort of fixed. I will consider this as a fixed. Let's say to do what we need to do. Stop attacking monsters if they're dead. They are dead. This is easy to do. What we need to do is change player state in case HP less than 0, enemy HP less than 0. So second thing, what we need to do, add monster respawn. Third thing which we need to do, cancel attack in case player moves away before attack attack impact happens. We don't need to do this for cooldown, only for attack impact, right? Because cooldown is working pretty fine, but store function, store timeout function, and cancel it. Add monster attack behavior. Think about it first. So add player death behavior. Quite a lot of stuff to do, and we probably continue doing it in the second video, because we only have the very basic logic right now, and I can't really deploy it because the monsters would die. And I still don't really like this thing because with animations, because for example, let's just kill this one. Boom. In case I'm connecting to the client with a second player, as you can see, it just starts playing animation all the time. It would be maybe fine if he just dies, and it's not looped, but the way it works right now, it's pretty weird. Anyway, we can just think about how to do that. It's a shame that you can't assign looping true false for specific variable or specific animations, but whatever. We have what we have, and for now, it sort of works. We still can attack, and we're getting somewhere. And I think that's it for today, though the video was like really long, and I would say we didn't done too much, even though we sort of did, but whatever. Anyway, see you next time.